important event that takes place in the IMU main lounge is orientation. We were able to interview Jonathan Sexton, Director of Orientation Services, who has spoken to both parents and students at orientation for the past 2 years. In this clip, Mr. Sexton speaks about the unique situations that parents are put through during orientation and how they try and prepare the parents for being away from their sons or daughters.
A lot of people think of students at orientation and the transition they're going through. People don't always think developmentally that parents are going through a transition too. That's a huge step for them. And I think they sometimes get lost in the shuffle. So we spend a lot of time focusing on that transition. What year did you go through orientation?
Last year.
Did you go through a 2-day program?
Yeah.
Okay, so as soon as you left the main lounge, I then take, so I was the one kind of naming off numbers as the small groups left and you joined your group.
Mm-hmm.
And then as soon as all of the students leave, I then take about 10 minutes just to talk to parents and guests that are there. And my primary message is what I just said. We understand you're going through a transition. This isn't, for some of you, this may be easy, and for others, it may be a struggle. Because some parents are like, my kid needed to go. And other people are like, I can't. That's my best friend in the world. I can't handle this. And orientation, I think, it's definitely a time for students when it becomes real that, man, I'm going to college pretty soon. And it also becomes very real for parents that, man, I got to start thinking about getting proper sheets and what am I going to do for their room. And I spend a little time talking about how every student reacts differently to the experience. Some students will call home every day because they want that support, and others are really focused on becoming independent and they want to do things on their own, so they might not call home for a month. And so I try to brief them and prepare them for the reactions they might see from their student.
Mr. Sexton also describes a conversation in which a father of an incoming student talks about the difficulties he and his wife had in sending their first 2 children away to college and how he knew it was time for their youngest son to leave for Iowa.
Letting go is about the developmental process for parents, what they're going to face, what they can anticipate, particularly when they actually drop their student off. And there's a dad who kind of echoed what I just said. He goes, when our son left for college, it was time. And I kind of smiled. He goes, he needed to go. But he goes, then my daughter went, and we took her. He goes, we're on our third now, but this was the second one. He goes, we took our daughter. And he goes, my wife was, seriously, she wasn't just messing around. She was thinking about bringing our RV and parking it outside of Mayflower for the first 3 days just to make sure that she transitioned okay. And I started laughing, and he goes, I'm serious. I go, okay. And he goes, I had to convince her that would not be proper. It wouldn't be a good thing.